YouTube, welcome back. Dub Digital crypto news, macro trends. Give me a subscribe if you appreciate the content. I'm trying to bring you the hottest crypto content on the internet by popular demand. It's a heavyweight all the way from Europe, France's finest. We're talking about iExec RLC. You're probably asking yourself, Dub Digital, why are you calling this project a heavyweight? It's all in the use case. What if I told you that big data, blockchain technology, Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence are all going to be coming to a head some point in the future? And what if I had told you this project would be integral in doing that? It's gonna take a lot of computing power, y'all. And as we head into a decentralized future, would it make sense that the computing power would also be decentralized? And that's exactly where iExec comes in. The decentralized computing cloud that's going to power the Internet of Things and, you guessed it, smart cities. We're going to dig into the price action, y'all, but make sure to stick to the end. I guarantee you won't be disappointed with the partnerships and press releases that this blockchain is sporting. But you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's pull up the chart. Alright guys, I'm sitting out here on the RLC USD pair. Let's get it. So guys, you know how I like to get down. When I'm analyzing a new coin, I definitely got to look at the multi-month macro structure that's playing out. Because in order to understand where a coin is going, you got to understand its past. So just looking at this here, guys, RLC's been around since the last bull run. So this thing's got some history and it's got some longevity behind it. This thing shot up with the quickness all the way to the heavens. And at the highest point of that bull run, RLC shot up ultimately to a point of 1,117%. That's nasty. And over the course of 83 days, pretty much erased the majority of those gains and retraced about 85%. What do we know, guys? Fast up, fast down. And if you guys went around for that last cycle, pretty much every single altcoin in the space went tanking, along with the king BTC baby. And for about the next 900 days, RLC was kind of ranging sideways. And as you see, I illustrated the point where RLC was stuck and suppressed underneath of. But right after the February to March 2020 crash, where oil went negative, Bitcoin went down to about $3,600. RLC then broke out from that suppressed point up about 856% in approximately 128 days. How do you like those apples? And to be quite honest, guys, I remember it and looking at it saying I should have got in. What do we talk about on this channel? Investing rewards the patient and punishes the impatient. RLC came back down to a very attractive point. Thus why I present you this project at what I believe is a very opportune moment in time. From where we sit today, it's collapsed about 50% in price. And when we zoom up, guys, I applied a bottom trend line to this pattern here. And when that line converges, you'll see that it forms a triangle. And what is a triangle, y'all? Triangles are patterns of accumulation and consolidation. And better yet, it's an ascending triangle. And since we know price action on the chart is essentially investor sentiment plotted out across time, the very fact that RLC's price has been shooting up above, it's telling me the market as a whole believes that RLC's price is inherently greater than $1. I can't really say that they're lying, but if you follow this channel, you know that value is subjective. It's in the eye of the beholder, y'all. Because if an asset's got to a certain price point before, what makes you think it wouldn't get there again? And excluding all the crazy outliers like this one up here, because that's just insane. Let's just chalk it up to RLC hitting about $7 at the all-time high last bull run. Let's measure where we are to where I think we're going. And you know I wouldn't bring you a project that I didn't think could actually achieve that once again. We're looking at least 562% back to all-time highs, not even including price discovery, y'all. And when we apply the Fib retracement tool to the macro structure, and guys, look, it's still under the 23.6 Fibonacci level. So if you guys have been sweating it, seeing Bitcoin dropping, going down, 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 know that there's always a silver lining. There's opportunity everywhere you look. You just gotta put a little elbow grease into it and dust it off. Dub Digital, what the heck are you talking about, bro? I don't even know what iExec RLC is. Well, guess what, guys? You came to the right place because we about to get all up in it. And I promise you, taking the time to understand this thing is gonna pay dividends moving forward. iExec, a decentralized network giving application access to trusted off-chain computation and data. See that? There's a drone, we got a smart city, smart windmill, smart trees, and it's all going to be powered by the soon-to-be behemoth iExec RLC. And look at some of the brands associated with this project. We got Ubisoft, Genesis Mining, Uniswap, KyberSwap, Intel, IBM Cloud, Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. Do I have to go on? I didn't think so. Reinventing cloud computing. We're committed to creating the next generation of IT infrastructure by building a new cloud computing paradigm. Man, that's what's up. Go big or go home. home. iExec helps organizations develop a plan for blockchain projects focused on business priorities, then turn that plan into a reality. This is an enterprise-focused project, and you guys know I love those type of things because the last bull run was about the people's choice. This bull run is about the institutional choice. Our vision: the next generation of the internet is decentralized and powered by the blockchain. This paradigm ensures more trust, freedom, ownership, autonomy, and resilience. iExec is the leader in decentralized cloud computing, and we strive to be the backbone of Web 3.0. The future will be interoperable, resilient by design, and private by design. We're here to make it happen.
Technology is transforming our lives. Humans are being empowered and overcoming limitations at the speed we've never seen before. Today, new technologies are developing at an exponential rate, and more powerful computing resources are needed. Technology is shaping our future. It is crucial that we learn how to adapt to technological change. Today, iExec is creating new business models to use blockchain and cloud computing to transform the way we have access to computing resources. So, iExec is a marketplace for computing resources, but why is it decentralized?
So we wanted to create an open market where the price is fixed by the market only, where there are peer-to-peer transactions between the stakeholders, and where payments are managed by blockchain and by smart contracts.
What is the difference between using iExec over a traditional cloud provider?
So there are several. First, you find all the cloud service provider in one single place. Second, there's no subscription, no fees, and it's an open market, giving you the choice.
What kind of resources can I sell or buy?
So at the moment, you can already buy applications, data sets, and computing power.
How can I use them?
So you can run any kind of application, highly demanding, like artificial intelligence, fintechs, or 3D rendering.
Okay, Dub Digital, that makes a little more sense. But how the heck does this thing work? I'm glad you asked that question. So basically what iExec does is connect users who need cloud computing services, decentralized cloud computing providers, aka the worker pools. Worker pools are the cloud providers in charge of executing the work submitted by users. Similar to the blockchain miners, workers share their resources and get rewarded in RLC, which is the token of this platform. And this sums it up pretty nicely for us. iExec introduces a new paradigm for cloud computing. Cloud resources can now be traded on a global market, just like any other commodity. Instant access to a larger capacity of computing power from the provider offering the best rates. And there you go, guys. And when you really step back and look at this project, never in human history has decentralized computing power ever really been valued fairly, because there's really never been a fair marketplace for it. Shout out to Statista.com. I just wanted to illustrate to those of you who are not aware just how big a market cloud computing is, and just how aggressively it's blown the hell up over the last couple years. This chart is measured in billions of dollars. In 2008, the cloud computing industry consisted of approximately $6 billion. Fast forward only 12 years, guys. 12 years. And last year in 2020, cloud computing industry blew the hell up to about $236 billion. That's an increase over the last 12 years of approximately 40 times. Do you think this trend is going to stop? Do you think this parabola forming is just going to flatline one day? Well, you don't gotta listen to me, but that's not how I see it playing out. And I could only imagine the size of the cloud computing market in the next 12 years coming up. I wonder how far and how high the price of RLC will actually go, especially in a world where Internet of Things are gonna be blowing up.
So at iExec, we are building the infrastructure needed to address the next digital era. When we think about machine-to-machine economy or edge computing economy, we know that we will need layer of interoperability in order to allow those different technologies working together. And when we have in mind smart city of the future, for sure we'll know that we will have millions of connected devices built and owned by thousands of companies. And we won't have one hardware standard and neither one software standard. So we'll need this solution in order to be sure that the fragmented infrastructure, the fragmented network will be able to work together. And this is where iExec comes in. Blockchain is more and more forecast as a solution in order to allow the convergence of new technologies. And here also, iExec is a powerful tool in order to allow the convergence of blockchain, IoT, AI, and trusted execution environments in order to provide highly valuable services.
And how are you actually actually working on these applications for the future?
So for sure we have started tackling those topics at Mobile World Congress. This year we have showcased with Intel a POC proving how iExec is powerful in order to address those coming challenges.
But Dub Digital, I don't get it. What makes you so confident that smart cities are going to take off? What is my catchphrase? Crypto news and macro trends. Emphasis on the trends. And with the advent of blockchain technology, Internet of Things, big data, smart cities become more and more feasible. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at this Globe Newswire article I found. Smart Cities Market Report 2020. The global smart city market size is expected to grow from $410 billion in 2020 to $820 billion by 2025. There is an upsurge in adoption rate of advanced technologies across businesses. Development in 5G, NB, IoT technologies is expected to drive the growth of smart cities market. With advancements, smart governments and other sectors would become highly intelligent and self-governing. I don't even know what to say, guys. The writing's on the wall. And watching all these technologies develop over time, come into their own, and governments getting more and more comfortable adopting it and using it in the infrastructure, wouldn't it behoove you to take a look at a protocol that can power all of these things?
Can you tell us what is bag of tasks?
Yes, sure. Bag of tasks allows you to split some heavy computation into little chunks in computation. And the idea is that all these chunks are going to run in parallel.
All right, so with this new feature, instead of having 100 computations and 100 transactions, now I can just have one transaction for all my computations.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. So if you want to render a movie, for example, you're going to be able to send in one transaction multiple tasks, and all these tasks are going to run in parallel, so you will get the result really fast. When you want to render images or simulate some fluids, for example, in AI or deep learning.
But hey, you don't gotta listen to me. This is not financial advice. I'm just a dude on the internet. Dub Digital. You've been saying iExec RLC interchangeably the whole dang video. Guys, let me clarify. RLC is the coin that represents decentralized cloud computing capabilities. And this allows you to trade cloud computing services as a commodity, a state-of-the-art cryptocurrency. RLC stands for Run on Lots of Computers. RLC is a cryptocurrency that provides standard and secure payments. RLC is an ERC-20 compliant digital asset on Ethereum. 83 million RLC will be in circulation, allowing businesses to begin their journey with iExec ecosystem. But I told you wanted to stick around for this thing, right? This is where it gets really interesting. Not only is iExec working with some of the biggest names in crypto and some of the biggest names in big data, but they've also made an enterprise version of their token that's compliant with what is essentially the French SEC. We're talking about big boy news. The ERLC is the first digital asset allowing enterprises to exchange cloud resources in regulated and compliant environment. iExec obtained the visa from the AMF, or the French equivalent of the SEC, for its new enterprise marketplace token swap offering. And basically, you could actually swap the original RLC token with the ERLC token. All you really gotta do is some KYC. Dub Digital. I hate KYC. In order to get in with these governments, you have to guarantee compliance. And looky here, guys, confidential, under contract NDA, aka non-disclosure agreement. While I can't tell you what that is or who that contract is with, usually people who put things under NDA want to keep some big news under wraps. And with some of the big names we went over working with this blockchain, it'll be real interesting to see what this is. Enough of all that, guys. This is the Dub Digital channel, and you know we like to look at the partnerships, dig all up into the press releases to understand what's brewing in the kitchen. iExec receives French SEC approval for its enterprise marketplace token swap offering. We got another one. IBM and iExec shaping the future for zero trust decentralized architecture. IBM announced its IBM Cloud Data Shield technology, allowing companies to deploy decentralized cloud solutions with a state-of-the-art level of security. Chainlink and iExec collaborate to address the complex off-chain needs of the next generation of decentralized applications. See, Chainlink, iExec, Handshake, it's all good, baby. The below diagram illustrates an off-chain request that uses both Chainlink and iExec to access a comprehensive set of services in one transaction, all paid in Link and RLC tokens through the Orchestrator smart contract. European Commission announces On2Chain project with iExec as key partner. The European Commission announced the 6 million funding of On2Chain. Project is part of the European Next Generation Internet, or NGI initiative. Alright guys, just want to bring a quick update on iExec RLC. This project is aiming to do some really big things. Not only participate in Web 3.0, but actually provide the power to make it possible. And with the advent of all these technologies coming into the forefront, blockchain, Internet of Things, big data, AI. And who else in the space is addressing it quite like iExec? You ain't gotta listen to me. Y'all are adults. If you appreciate the content, give me a like, comment, subscribe, Dub Digital. Crypto news, macro trends. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.